Why has no one figured out how to beat Tom Aspin? When you see a heavyweight, you naturally assume that he is slow but powerful. Well, no, because when Tom steps into the cage, it's like watching a heavyweight in fast forward. It's like he's fighting in real time, and they're stuck watching the replay. Look at the Sergey fight, a solid grappler with a reputation for grinding guys down. He came in thinking he'd slow Tom down. He didn't even get the chance. That's where Tom's movement went surgical. No wasted motion, no warning, just sharp cuts through space and elbows that landed before Sergey even registered the threat. The result? A blur of strikes that left Sergey dazed, and the referee stepping in before the dust could settle. For most heavyweights, speed is a luxury. For Tom Aspinall, it's a loaded gun. It's what makes facing him feel like stepping into a storm you didn't prepare for. A storm that moves too fast to track, too sharp to dodge. But what happens when you combine that speed with terrifying knockout power? Speed might get you in, but power finishes the job. And Tom's power isn't your average heavyweight slugfest. Raw force meets precision, science and skill in every strike. Tom's got the size, no doubt, 250 pounds of heavyweight muscle, but it's the speed that turns his punches from powerful to punishing. It's like getting hit by a truck that's actually sprinting. His punches don't just land, they explode. It's not just the power, it's how suddenly it hits you, like flipping a light switch and waking up on the canvas. Take Marcin Tybura, for example, a seasoned vet known for toughness and grinding through fights. He stepped into the cage, thinking he could outlast Tom's pressure. But from the first second, Tom was on a different level. The fight barely started before Marcin's legs gave out, overwhelmed by a relentless storm of power and precision. A brutal elbow landed before anyone even shouted, "Defend." And just like that, 73 seconds later, it was all over. Tom doesn't throw desperate shots. He lands deliberate ones that shut the lights off. His strikes are clean, sharp, and surgical. He doesn't need a volume barrage to wear opponents down, just when you think his fists are the biggest threat. And I say we're done. Tom reminds everyone that the fight isn't over when it hits the mat. Most heavyweights treat the ground like it's a pit of lava. Staying upright is their survival instinct. But Tom, that's where he really shines. Tom's grappling roots run deep. His dad, a black belt and former IT guy, coached him since day one. While kids learned letters, Tom learned armbars and chokes. And it came fully into display when Tom locked horns with Alexander Volkov, a seasoned striker. Tom didn't just wrestle. He controlled, flowed, and submitted with the finesse of a lighter fighter. Volkov barely had time to realize what was happening before he was tapping out under a textbook armbar, all within the first round. That's the nightmare for opponents who think they can bully Tom with brute strength. On the mat, he moves like a lightweight. Fluid, technical, and deadly. It's a level of grappling skill that few heavyweights bring to the octagon, and it's a massive part of what makes Tom so dangerous. But even on the feet, Tom's bag of tricks doesn't end with his fists. The moment you think the danger's over because the fight's back on the feet, Tom switches weapons. Not fists this time, but legs. And in typical Tom fashion, they don't come wide and wild. They come sharp and calculated. Heavyweights are famous for big swinging kicks. Slow, heavy, and easy to see coming. But Tom, his leg kicks are something else entirely. Think surgical precision, fast, crisp, and landing with the accuracy of a sniper's bullet. It's not about raw power. It's about control, timing, and dismantling the threat before it becomes one. His kicks don't just damage, they disrupt. They stall momentum, drain confidence, and force hesitation. Against Sergey, he didn't take the bait for a firefight. He broke him down, one ruthless kick at a time, until the monster stood still, rhythm shattered, power neutralized. So, no wonder Jon Jones is ducking.